Herbie Hancock is a jazz icon who's been an integral part of every jazz movement since his arrival in the 1960s. Tonight, a group of some of the most accomplished artists of our time pay tribute to Herbie Hancock, the musician, composer, and humanitarian.
Herbie Hancock, for me, represents the very, very best in jazz.
He's a wonderful composer and just an amazing piano player, but a real gentleman.
Herbie lets it fly in its freedom, and
Herbie, you know, is a force.
You want something done expertly, you call a master, and Herbie Hancock is one of those people who can do it all.
When I think of Herbie, I think really of not just of a musician, but I have fond reminiscences of good times.
He's got the technique, his soul and science, right? You know he's got the science.
Herbie Hancock, because he's somebody else who also opened a part of my head and continues to.
He's the guy who inspires individuality, creative thought. He's the guy who pushes us to move in all of these various directions. You know, one of the things that I love that he always says to me is, why not?
Herbie Hancock is a national treasure, no doubt about it.
Man, it would be easy to say what he isn't.
Please welcome the chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Thelonious Monk Institute of Jazz, Thelonious Monk Jr., and the president and CEO of the Recording Academy, Mr. Neil Portnow.
On behalf of the Thelonious Monk Institute of Jazz, I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight to honor a man who has given his heart and his soul to the world of music, and in doing so has given the world something greater than music. The Thelonious Monk Institute of Jazz is proud and honored to partner with the Recording Academy in presenting this special tribute.
On behalf of the Recording Academy, our Board of Trustees, and our 50th Ambassador, Mr. Quincy Jones, yeah, give it up for Quincy. We are proud to honor a true icon of modern music whose talents transcend so many genres. From Nancy Wilson to Sting to Joanie Mitchell, and the list goes on. Tonight, we celebrate a 10-time Grammy winner for his visionary leadership in music education all around the globe, the incomparable Mr. Herbie Hancock.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Louis Gossett, Jr.
No one better personifies the dual purpose of music, pure artistic accomplishment, and the unifying humanitarian mission than the man we honor tonight. One of the most enduring and versatile artists of our age, Herbie Hancock. Remember you when you were 17, boy. Tonight, we're going to take a whirlwind tour of Herbie's vast musical world and visit a few of the outstanding landmarks. We have a remarkable group of musicians with us tonight, veterans of Herbie Hancock's greatest bands. And joining them for the first number are Patrice Rushen, Benny Maupin, and Bill Summers to play Hang Up Your Hang-Ups.
Herbie represents everything that's good in jazz. He represents the virtuosity. He represents the variety. He represents being unafraid, being courageous, and courage is another great component of great jazz musicians. You have to be courageous enough to follow your heart, and hopefully your audience will follow with you. And Herbie has been able to do that. Herbie has had hit records in effectively every modern genre. Whether you're talking about R&B with Stars in Your Eyes, or hip-hop with Rocket, or you're talking about Latin jazz with Watermelon Man, or you're talking about straight-ahead jazz with Maiden Voyage, or you're talking about ultra-modern jazz with things that he did with Miles. I mean, Herbie is jazz for us. We don't have a better representative of all that is jazz than Herbie Hancock.
Playing in Oslo, Norway, this outdoor jazz concert, and Herbie Hancock played, right after us, and I was playing, my style of jazz, and the thing was very interesting. But I always felt the city itself was a little dark. People felt a little like I didn't see any happiness coming out of the eyes and sounds, and Herbie Hancock got up there and started playing with Michael Brecker and just a bunch of this was far out stuff. Stuff that you needed a calculator to find out where one was, and people went crazy for it. They loved it.
Give me one that rattles when you lug it. One that's red and juicy when you hug it. Do you understand?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sony BMG recording artist, the Academy Award-winning star of Ray, Jamie Foxx.
You better come on with this real music. You better make some noise for this real music. First of all, have you seen Herbie Hancock lately? Herbie Denzel Hancock. Doesn't he look like Denzel a little bit? Like any minute, it's like training day and some music. I love so young. How do you stay that young? Herbie Hancock did a song in the 80s that was off the chain. 1980s, he made jazz and hip hop come together with his song, The name of the song was Rocket. Introduced the innovative sounds to the turntable and scratching the whole world went crazy, and he won his first of 10 Grammy Awards. Give it up for that. Now, I want you to get ready right now because we're about to rock the house. Are you ready to rock? No, you ain't loud enough. Are you ready to rock? Please welcome Grand Mixer DXT and the Debbie Allen Dance Academy to perform Herbie Hancock's Rocket. Get ready. Here to perform round midnight, the lady herself, Nancy Wilson.
It begins to tell round midnight, I do pretty well till after sundown. Supper time, I'm feeling sad. Oh, but it really gets bad round midnight. When a quarrel we've had needs mending, does it mean that love is ending? Darling, I need you, and lately I find
I think I was about 14, and someone lent me Monk solo playing the Paris Olympia. And I put this record on because someone told me it was great. And I didn't really understand it. It was angular harmonies. Oh, I'm going to persevere with this, and I kept listening night after night. I was doing my homework. Put Thelonious Monk on. I'm going to get it. After a while, I began to understand. It became clear to me what he was doing, an experiment. And so that was really an opening of a part of my brain to jazz. And he was the key. And it's interesting that tonight's tribute is to Herbie Hancock, because he's somebody else who also opened a part of my head and continues to, up to the present day. So it's right and fitting that I'm here. I'm very happy. And, you know, it's all for a great cause, for young people having their minds opened.
One of the things that's like really cool about being part of the Thelonious Monk Institute is the fact, number one, that we're part of an institute that's, you know, designed around the legacy of Thelonious Monk. his creativity, his individuality. Now, fast forward to have the chairman of the Institute be a person who is also an individual, also a genius in his own right, Herbie Hancock. And I feel very, very blessed to be in all of these musicians' company. Now, to have this festival do a tribute to Herbie just seems right. It just seems logical to me because Herbie is a person who has been one of our leading visionaries in the world of art, not just music, but the world of art.
Herbie is an incredible musician that I think has done more for music than anybody I can think of in recent memory. You know, I mean, he's so open to all types of music. It's just music. Style is irrelevant. It's just whatever tends to get to him, that's what he wants to put his stamp on, and he'll just pick from whatever he thinks he likes and makes it part of his world.
You're out of my heart and out of my mind. Let our hearts take wing round midnight, round midnight. Let the angels sing for your returning. Till our love is safe and sound. And oh midnight, and oh midnight, and oh midnight comes around.
To introduce tonight's honoree, 27-time Grammy winner, Quincy Jones.
Thank you. Thank you. How about tonight? Give it up, y'all. Come on. It doesn't get any better than this. We've just had a chance to sample just a small selection of the work of Herbie Hancock, the composer, besides composing and performing. Herbie spends much of every year teaching. He's gone into schools where children might never have been exposed to jazz and showed them what it can bring to their lives. And I must say, I'm very, very honored to have the privilege of being here tonight to celebrate him. We go back before electricity. We've worked together a long time, and I'm really proud of it. And Herbie Hancock has represented our country abroad. I run into him everywhere, leading students from the Thelonious Monk Institute of Jazz on educational and cultural tours for the United States Department. With the United Nations Cultural Organization, UNESCO. He helped create an International Day of Philosophy in Paris, bringing together diplomats and philosophers to address the great issues facing mankind, and God knows we have some going on. Over the course of his career, Herbie Hancock has not only changed the world of music, he has used music to change the world. We're proud to say that Herbie Hancock has been a part of the Thelonious Monk Institute of Jazz since its founding and has served for the past 3 years as Institute Chairman. Tonight, in honor of his achievements as a musician, composer, innovator, teacher, as a goodwill ambassador for our country, as a citizen of all the world, the Thelonious Monk Institute of Jazz establishes the Herbie Hancock Humanitarian Award to be presented each year to a man or woman who's made an extraordinary contribution to the betterment of mankind. I've asked some of Herbie's closest friends and collaborators to come join me on stage now to help us present this award to him. Come on out here, y'all. There you go. Wayne, Stang, Joni. It is my pleasure to present the Herbie Hancock Humanitarian Award to my dear friend and brother, Herbie Hancock. Herbie Hancock.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you too. But I had to throw a kiss to my wife first. You have no idea what this feels like. I'm not used to doing this. I'm usually the one giving awards out. I'm not usually the one receiving them. So it's a very strange and surreal experience for me. How could I ever dream where jazz would take me? Over the course of my career, I've had the privilege of playing jazz around the world and introducing this music to new audiences. My time with the Thelonious Monk Institute has allowed me to be a part of educating young people across the United States and globally, while also using jazz as a force to bring people together, and it has always brought people together. Whether it's being with some of the most powerful world leaders at diplomatic summits, as we did at the Summit of the Americas in Chile when President Clinton was in office, or teaching a classroom full of students in Vietnam, India, or Peru, I've learned one thing for certain. When music arrives, people listen. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. To my wonderful wife, Gigi. For believing in everything that I've done and continue to do. And my beautiful daughter, Jessica, who inspires me every day. They're right there supporting me, supporting everything that I do. Thank you all so much. And now I think it's time to play some music. What do you think? Okay, let's get it on, okay? How many times have any of us had a chance to meet a true Renaissance person? Well, I have a dear friend who is all of that. She's a painter. She's a poet, a songwriter, a filmmaker. She recently wrote a gorgeous ballet. And yeah, she did. I was there, I saw the film that was the launching of the film of this ballet, and it's just incredible. And furthermore, she uses all of that creativity in support of human rights and the elevation of the human spirit. That's what it's all about. And when she told me that she'd be here tonight, I was deeply touched. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the beautiful and incomparable Joanie Mitchell. Where's she going? Joanie.
Rattling that sea dread, able-bodied have shipped away. Myrtle McKee gets her tea leaves red. You'll be married in a month, they say. She says, these leaves are crazy. Just look at this town, there's no men left. Just frail old boys and babies talking to teacher in the treble clef. She plants her garden in the spring. In the winter she does the shoveling. Tokyo Rose is on the radio. Myrtle says I'm leaving here, but she don't go. Out of the blue, just passing through, a young flight sergeant on 2 weeks leave says Myrtle McKee, no one else will do. And he seals the tea leaf prophecy. Oh, those nights were strong and soft, private passions and secret storms. Nothing about him ticked her off, and he looked so cute in his uniform. She plants her garden in the spring. He does the winter shoveling. But summer's just a sneeze in a long, long bad winter cold. Soon she says I'm living here, but she don't go. little darling, this is your happy home. Hiroshima cannot be pardoned. Oh, don't have kids when you get grown, because this world is shattered now. The wise are mourning and the fools are joking. Oh, what does it matter? My wash needs ironing and the fire needs stoking. She plants her garden in the spring. Papa does the winter shoveling. The three of us will be laughing around the radio. Mama says she's leaving us, but she don't go. She plants her garden in the spring. We all take turns and we do the winter shoveling. We sit up late sometimes and watch the Johnny Carson show. Mama says I'm leaving you, but she don't go, no, no, no. She don't go. She tops it out and stays, she don't go. She don't go. For a long time she don't go, till it's time to go.
Was Miles Davis, who was my real teacher, you know, that encouraged me to find new ways of doing things. He's the one that although he loved talking, Miles loved talking, but he didn't talk about chords or like quote musical things unquote, but he talked in terms of life, you know, and with those kinds of images, he was able to encourage musicians like myself, and all the musicians he had in his band at that time were young, you know, and he encouraged us to not be afraid to go outside the box. Many of those lessons that Miles has taught me have remained in me, you know, as part of my DNA now, you know. Maybe it was in the first place. I actually think it's in everyone's DNA, you know, to be outside the box, to not be afraid to be outside the box is a person's individual responsibility, because you have to take that step. Nobody can take that for you. You know, but when you take the step outside the box, you know, as scary as it might be, you find that it opens up new vistas, new horizons, new possibilities. I'd like to ask two very special friends to join us. A brilliant trumpeter, Chris Bodie. Yeah. And there's also a singer, songwriter, and he happens to play bass very well. And he's become an icon of contemporary music from his first recordings with the Police to his solo outings. And he has transcended all genres, winning 10 Grammys for his solo work alone. Now I'm talking about Sting. Yeah. Now, he's coming out, but we're gonna set the stage. We're gonna set the stage for him. So hold on. We're gonna all make it nice and comfortable for him, right? Okay.
My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable. Yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak? When you open it to speak, are you smart? care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Each day is Valentine's Day. Steps out of a store into a stranger's warm but hard kitchen. She sees what must be done. She takes off her coat and rolls up her sleeves and starts pitching in. Hannah has a special knack for getting people back on the right track. She knows that they all matter, so she doesn't argue or flatter. She doesn't fight the slights. She takes it on the chin like a champ. When life's a drag, don't cave in, don't wave a white flag. Raise up a white banner in this manner. Straighten your back and dig in your heels. Get a good grip on your grief. Hannah says, don't get me wrong, this is no simple Sunday song. But God or Jesus comes along and they save you. Now you gotta be braver than that. You tackle the beast alone with all its tenacious teeth, like the lamb.
concern.
Joanie Mitchell. I want to thank each of my good friends who performed with us tonight and all of you in the audience for making this night one that I will always remember. Thank you so much. But, wait, hold on. We're not done yet. We're gonna play a song from Headhunters. It's a record I made back in 1973. Why do we have to keep naming those dates, you know? It's called Chameleon. Oh, you know that one? Okay, here we go.